So I started gaming on PC a little over a year ago, and when it came to Apex, I was absolute dog shit. I mean, seriously, honestly, dog dookie. And it did not get any better as the year progressed. I kept playing rank, and the highest I hit was Platinum 3, and then I gave up, said fuck Apex, uninstalled, and debated on how to kill myself. And of course, I reinstalled and started playing again, but never got past Plat. This season, however, I told myself I'm gonna hit bare minimum diamond, and with a few changes in my gameplay, I actually did it. Now, if you are hard stuck plat like me or any rank below, this video will help you hit the rank you want. So listen and apply what I tell you, because you will get out of that gold and platinum hell.
Stroop waffle.
It's a goddamn cookie, man. What up, everybody? It's your favorite Dutch cookie, and today I'm going to be talking about the strategy I applied to get out of platinum and into diamond. If this video helps you by the end, make sure to drop a like and say hello in the comments. Now, these tips are in no particular order, but there is one I wanted to start with first. When you are playing pubs, drop hot with 2 to 3 teams at least, get whatever guns you find, and immediately get involved. Now, I know it sounds crazy, but the truth is, people who hit diamond and above are really good at staying calm during their fights. And being calm is crucial to not making stupid mistakes you wouldn't have made had you assessed the situation from a relaxed state. What I found for me, there was only one way to do so, and that was by dropping hot and fighting over and over again until I had better control of my nerves when fighting. I started noticing in my ranked matches when a fight presented itself, instead of flailing and freaking out, I was examining my area, noticing all the cover, the better positioning, and etc., and I started getting more kills in ranked. My next tip is also something you should practice in pubs to apply in ranked, and that's never using the guns you are good with already. For example, I know I have a better chance of winning my gunfights with a 3x301, hands down. But if I'm carrying an iron sight 30-30, I'm gonna legit shit myself if I run into an enemy with a P2020. The reason for it is because I never pick up the guns I don't use and always find the ones that I want. But the problem is, in ranked, you may be stuck with an RE45 no hammers and a bow check for a few minutes. And if a fight pops off and you aren't comfortable with your weapons, panic will set in, you will make mistakes, and you will lose RP. Guaranteed, my guy. Now, I'm not saying don't use the guns you are most comfortable with in ranked. Of course, if you find your god loadout, use it. The purpose of this exercise is to get you comfortable with all weapons in the game. If you suck at sniping, run a sniper every single pub game you play. You trash with the Devo or the bow check, run it every pub game you play until you notice you are more consistent with those weapons, and switch it up. If you got 3 to 5 guns you aren't good with, like if you're not good with the bow check and a 30-30 and a Havoc, and you suck with the Mozambique every time you get it, mix it up. Get a gun that you like and get a gun that you can't stand and play with it the entire match, and do it for match after match after match. In ranked, you don't need to jump late, you need to jump smart. A lot of times in ranked, jumping straight out and flying to the furthest point of the map will land you in a place uncontested. But while flying, using your free look and paying attention to the mini map can really help you find somewhere safe to land and loot. Now, I don't know what this change is, but there are now red arrows for teams that are landing near you that you can see on the mini map. So seriously, take advantage of that. Land your team somewhere they can loot well, and then rotate mostly edge of circle. Don't be afraid to grab a trident and ride deep into the first ring just to go the long way around any fights you may run into that you just aren't ready for. You got to remember, the first ring, even the second ring, it burns. It don't burn that damn bad. A good amount of syringes and some medis, you should be good to make it through, man. You should be fine. So do that. So this tip is one that a lot of people don't seem to understand, but let me get a little closer to the mic. Pub stomping is for pub stomping. That's right. Pub stomping is for pub game only. That attitude in rank will get you smoked real quick. Now, what I noticed a lot climbing through platinum is that people avoid fights mid-game like the plague. It's either an early fight or they prepare themselves for the late game massacre that's bound to happen when it's 5th ring and it's 6 squads left. Those are the only 2 times most teams are trying to fight anybody. That mid-game shit will get you murdered and you will lose RP. Just don't do it. Now, this one's been said a lot, but it's also one that just rings true. There are certain characters for pubs and there are certain ones for ranked. Respect the meta. Now, I challenged myself to use Mad Maggie from bronze to diamond, but that was just a personal challenge for my own thing that I wanted to do. My man said I couldn't do it. I wanted to prove him wrong and I did it, so suck it. But now that I'm in diamond, I've been trying to figure out which character in the meta I should be playing to rank up as much as I can. So right now, Valkyrie, Gibby, Fuse, Octane, they are pretty deep in the meta from what I've seen. So even though you love playing Mirage, Mirage is not going to be as helpful to the team in the higher ranks. When it comes to making it through Plat, you really need to accept this is a team game and your decisions need to be made accordingly. Even if you are doing it solo with randoms, it doesn't matter. You are random to them, vice versa. You need to get past that fucking rando mentality and think about the bigger picture, that rank up, which, as a little extra tip, I'm not going to do a whole thing on it, but use your microphone. You are never, ever, ever going to gain consistent RP if you are not talking to your team plat and above or gold and above. I promise you, if your aim is pretty much dog shit and you have bad game awareness and you're not good with the positioning and all that other shit, I promise you, not talking is not helping you in the slightest. Communication can save your RP, my dudes. Talk. Stay away from the center of the map, especially on Olympus. Now, you see this circle on this map? Yes, all this area you need to avoid whenever possible, as much as possible. It's a death sentence. Literally, you will die 9 out of 10 times going through here. And even if you make it through, sitting at the edge of any of the POIs in this area will result in a fight, a 3rd party, a 6th party, a Reptane push, a Gibby ult, and maybe a giant green toxic cloud to get your ass back to the lobby. Kills and assists are important. But if you're trying to climb from gold to plat or plat to diamond, the RP cost is low enough where a couple assists, maybe a kill, and placing top 5 will get you double-digit points. And that's what you want. I stopped focusing on losing and started focusing on consistently earning points every game. Whether it was 6 or 200, I did everything I could to make sure before I died in the game, or even if I won, whatever the case may be. But before I died, and whatever, I made sure I had some kind of positive RP every game if I could do so. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're not going, it happens. You're still going to lose RP. It's just the name of the game. But focusing on trying to get whatever positive RP you can and doing it as many games as you can in a row is definitely healthy for building it up. Don't be afraid to rat. It's pretty fucking common from what I've seen. I've spent many a games dropping far, taking one fight, and then sitting in the most outrageous area of the map waiting for next zone. And if we were in zone, we didn't move. And we would do that until we were at least top 5, or we had no other choice but to move. Now, you think I'm kidding? Take a look at this clip. I'm telling you, bro, be cool with just chilling back at an uncontested area. This goes back to this isn't a pub stomp. This is strategic gameplay. With the rank changes for this season, it's more important to place higher than it is to drop a 20 bomb. You can land and wipe a full team, die right after, and you get maybe -2 or maybe positive 4 RP. But who has time to go up 4 RP per game? Fucking nobody. So don't do it to yourself, bruh. Just play safer. Now, this last piece is for people who don't think they'll hit their goal this split, but are going for it next split or next season. I would tell you, if you don't think you can hit plat or diamond this split or season, here's what you do. Play a good 5 games of pub matches and do what I said earlier about using guns you suck with and taking as many fights as possible. But after those 5 games, you should spend the rest of your time on Apex playing ranked. Don't worry about the levels you drop, the RP you lose. Worry about what could you have done different in the last fight of your last game. Be aware of what you should change and actively do those things your next game until it becomes second nature. This is how everything works for all of us. Muscle memory. People who are good with mouse and key or controller, you only got good at it because you've been using it so long, your body just naturally knows what to do. That's why you don't look down when you got to press WASD or you got to press square, triangle, circle. You just know where those buttons are. That same mentality applies to your gameplay. So don't be afraid to apply it to your gameplay. Does that make sense? Did I say that wrong? Whatever, you get what I'm saying. I promise you, most people can't hit the rank they want simply because of frustration, and they are watching the RP just drop and are going plat 3, back to 2, back to 3, then almost back to 4, and it's so crushing. I get it. But if what you want is to get out of your current rank, you are going to have to put in the work. Don't get mad at your mistakes, just learn from them and try again on your next game. I hope this helps you guys in some way, because I know it really did for me. Applying these tips got me through platinum in like 2, maybe 3 days, and I honestly couldn't believe it. Anyways, I'll catch y'all in the next video. That was terrible. Stroop, 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 that nigga garbage.